Welcome to our second lesson of our program Aiming Higher. Today we will talk about a very important question that you will frequently get from now on, which is deciding whether the statements are true, false, or not given. And of course, the new element that is added is not given, and we'll talk about that in this short explanation video. Alright, so what do we mean by true, false, or not given? Let's start with true. So if the information is in the text and it matches it, then the statement is true. So if you get the statement in the question and you look for it in the text and you find that it is the same information, then it is true. As for false, then you will get a statement in the question and you see it in the text, but it does not match it. So there is something wrong in the sentence, but it does exist in the reading text. As for not given, which is the tricky part for students, if you get a statement and if the information is not at all in the text, then it is not given. So the difference between false and not given is that in false, you have the sentence, you have this information, but it is wrong. For example, let's say the telephone was invented in 1994, but the text says that the telephone was invented in 1984, so that means it is false. But if I get that sentence in the text, the telephone was invented in 1994, but the text does not talk about telephones or phones. It talks about, let's say, computers or printers. Then it is not given because that information is not in the text. Now to talk more about not given, since students confuse it and it's new to them, for not given statements or sentences, actually, it could be something related to the text, because we as teachers, we as examiners, we like to write sentences that confuse you. So we could talk about something that is related to the topic of the text. It's just that information is not there at all. So for example, if the text talks about football and it talks about the history of football, and then suddenly I mention a name of a football player, then that information is not given because the focus is on football and its history, but not a certain player. So it could be related to the text and the topic, but still that information cannot be found. And another tip for you to decide whether it's true, false, or not given is that you want to have the information to make the decision whether it is true or false. So you'll find that I don't have enough information, like is it true, is it false? There's not enough information in the reading text, and that's when the answer is not given because it's not there in the first place. Now I want to emphasize that in order to improve this skill and to be better at deciding whether the statements are true, false, or not given, then you have to practice. And always remember that everything is hard before it is easy. When we start, it is always a bit difficult, it is always a bit challenging, but then things do get easier as we practice and practice some more. And that is why I will share with you an activity that you can answer and practice this skill of true, false, not given. Keep in mind that in third year, as a third-year student studying New Language Leader Book Level 3, you will get these questions, true, false, or not given. And if you are planning on taking the IELTS exam, which is an exam to test your knowledge, it's a well-known exam, then you will also get those types of questions. So better practice it now and get used to it than wait for later, okay? And always remember, as I said, everything is hard before it is easy. Good luck, and I can't wait to read your answers.